don't have to talk as much, and we're just going to get right into it. Thanks, Ms. Kelly. On stage is our cadet band. They're going to play 3 numbers for you. Again, I'm not going to stop and talk between most of them. The first one is called Jungle Dance. The second one is called Byzantine Dances. And the third one is a medley of songs from The Little Mermaid. before we do this last piece, and while they're kind of moving around, I just want to say, when was it? This past weekend, our WPHS program, our Consolidated School of Performing Arts, just put on The Little Mermaid. This was before we even realized that they were doing it. But these kids, probably 80% of the music that was picked for this concert was chosen by the kids on stage, all in every group. So this is one piece they picked, and then I had the pleasure of working with the WPHS students a little bit, and it was just so much fun. And if you missed it, you should go see the next one next May, just letting you know. So shout out to all those WPHS students, and especially our WPHS kids that are also doing double duty and in marching band and on stage tonight. So, looks like they're ready. Here's The Little Mermaid. we have our Cousino choir, and we are going to kick off with thank you so much, two classical choir tunes first. The first one is a African American spiritual called Did My Lord Deliver Daniel? The second one is called River Song. It's kind of a ballad, kind of isn't. kids were really excited to do this because Taylor Swift is all the rage right now. So here's a medley of songs from Taylor Swift's 1989 album, which I should say was a very good year. I was born.
Everybody
to mention one thing, and I thought of it right after we started that last song. But that last song actually featured all of our choir seniors who are here in the first row. If we can give them a huge round of applause. At the very end, we'll pull all of our seniors up from band and choir and recognize them for their hard work these past 4 years here at Cousino. So, and if we could get one more round of applause, I saw Ella Sager just walking on stage, and I'm like, hey, you want to run all the music for the choir? And she's like, no. And I'm like, cool, here's how you do it. And I taught her how to do it. So we can give Ella a huge round of applause. All right, and our next group, which is taking the stage right now, is our percussion ensemble. And as they're getting set up, this piece is going to require just a little bit of explanation. The percussion ensemble came to me and said, we'd love to do something at the spring concert. And I said, okay, what do you want to do? And one of the kids said, oh, there's this cool new piece called The Midnight Strike. And I'm like, cool, is there a recording of it? Can I listen to it? And they're like, well, no, Isaac wrote it. So, so Isaac Weckerly, since he's not on stage yet, I bet you the percussionists have planned something that I don't know about, but, because that's them. So he came to me and he's like, all right, here's the score, Mr. Rose, and I'm like, I'm not conducting this, you are. And so he was like, really? And I'm like, yep, it's all you. So they have rehearsed, Isaac wrote it, they've rehearsed it, they're performing it, all without me, and they are doing a phenomenal job. So, without any further ado, here is the world premiere performance of The Midnight Strike by Cousino freshman Isaac Wecker. We're gonna take about 5 minutes. It's called Life Worth Living. It was originally commissioned by a group of band directors when one of their band directors in the area down in Texas actually died pretty young. And unfortunately, last week we had a loss here at Cousino High School for Andrew West, one of our students here. Even though she wasn't in the band program, we have seen a lot of, I've just watched these kids, just their sadness and everything at the early loss of their friends. So the concert band and I would like to dedicate this song to her memory. This last piece that they picked is a medley of Bruno Mars tunes, and I was so excited that they picked this one because at the time they didn't know that the closer of the marching band show for next year is Bruno Mars. So it just was like a full circle moment for them, and they didn't know it yet. So here is Bruno Mars on tour. jazz band. We're going to open up with an old Buddy Rich tune called Big Swing Face. And this will feature Armani Hughes, who you just heard with concert band on the Bruno Mars. This next piece, if you went to the Greg Bissonette concert 2 weeks ago at Bournemouth, you would have heard this too. We were working on it before we discovered that we had kids that were going to be in the Warren Consolidated Schools All-Star Band and play with Greg Bissonette, who used to be the drummer for the Maynard Ferguson Band, and among many others, including ELO, and he's on tour with Ringo Starr right now, and all sorts of like big names in music. So this piece is called, composed by the Dennis Blasio of the Maynard Ferguson Band. Here's Coconut Champagne. I always thought that high school kids would be picking Disney songs, but this is the third group that decided to pick something from Disney. They're going to play a couple songs from the movie Incredibles.
All right, Symphonic Band, you should already be on the stage. Go, go, go. All right, forgive us as it takes us a couple extra minutes to tune. The hotter it is, or the colder it is, the harder it is to tune. This is our final group of the evening. This is Symphonic Band, and we are going to open it up with a selection of songs from The Greatest Showman. this is ever being played. This will require a little bit of backstory. So one of Mrs. Rose's students, actually, a student that she had since he was in kindergarten, and now he's graduating. So for the past 13 years, she's had Fletcher Tilton, who's right over there. Fletcher, if you could just wave. Yeah, he's right up there in the front row. He wrote this piece, and he's like, I would love to hear a band play this piece. And Mrs. Rose is like, I know a band director. So she called me and was like, hey, will you do this? I'm like, sure, why not? And we, I like the piece, and I'm like, let's do it at our spring concert. So this piece is for band and electronics. You're going to see some cool stuff that you don't normally see in bands, like guitars. Yes, we have a guitar, we have a piano. And this piece is all about Fletcher's journey through the past 5 years. It's called Guide Through Life. So there's a lot that's happened in the past 5 years, with COVID and the pandemic and everything. So this piece is just about his journey, and he's actually ending this piece with a little bit of the unknown, but a little bit of the known, because he was actually just accepted to the Berklee College of Music out in Boston. So he studied composition. So this is really cool that we get to premiere one of his pieces. So because of all the fans, when we tested the levels, it got all the levels right in here. We didn't have all these fans because it wasn't 1,000 degrees in here earlier. So the electronics might be a little bit off, and I might be adjusting them. So bear with me. All right, here we go.
both of the pieces that you heard that were premiered tonight, we're actually submitting both of those to the Young Composers of Michigan concert. And hopefully they'll get accepted, and then we're taking them on the road to Grand Rapids to premiere them at the Michigan Music Conference. Hopefully, fingers crossed. So good luck to both of our student composers. All right. It's almost the last song. We have this and then our senior farewell. The kids love this piece. This piece is called Fracas. It's loud and in-your-face band. Very different than everything else you've heard tonight. Here is Fracas.
All right, here's the part that some senior parents are gonna love and some of them are gonna cry. And I might laugh. But it's okay, because one day I'll be there. So we are going to invite our seniors to come on up here and play the fight song one last time before they graduate. So, I'm going to announce all of our seniors, and if we could just cheer really loud for them and clap for them, because they've earned it. They've put up with me for 4 years, which is not always easy. All of our senior parents have put up with me for 4 years, and I know that definitely ain't easy. So thank you guys so much for letting me know your kids and have your kids around for the past 4 years. It's been an honor for me, and like, I met all these kids on the box, on the computer. So this is really special for me because I didn't even get to know them their first year, and now they're like graduating. So, seniors, when I call your name, head on down there. And I'm also going to call the choir seniors too, and they're more than welcome to come up as well. The list is not working how I want. I'm not going in alphabetical order because my brain doesn't think that way. I'm going in score order. Let's give it up for our seniors. Mao Cow, Madison Jolka, Katie Stevenson, Adam Stanislavski, Aiden Marlero, Brenda Spigot, Kevin Shane, Mateo Neely, Lily Pollock, Luke Stevenson, Alyssa Arvo, Katie Stevenson, Alexis Hahn, Lauren Mizek, hold on, so going, Amy Buda, Ren Pichko, Morgan Miller, Paul Rona, Kirsten Crosstown, Annalise Luan, and Ariana Saldana, and Larry Washington. Please give it up for our band and choir seniors. Thank you guys all so much. It's been great.